To go. We are playing Sunday tournaments and lots of cash games. So I was already in the 4K or 4.5K guaranteed rebuy. Busted that when my aces ran into queens. I'll show you the replay in a second. Was doing really well in this one. Almost fully recovered now. Got rivered by a player. This is interesting. I know Joe to do interesting things. Blackbird cold calling here. These are all 50 NLs at the bottom. We just call. Check. I do think we have to call. There's a great chance he has a king, but I don't think we can fold because he can also have jacks. Aces? Wow. Guess I could have taken it away. Blackbird just cold leading at the overpair on the 3-bet. Interesting. You can do that. So currently, we're out of the 4.5K. This is the 4K deep stack. This one just started. It's still got about an hour of late reg. This is the 2250 freeze out. It got 150 players exactly. It's paying top 24. There's currently 65 left. And top prize is about 630. Won this one last week. Wouldn't mind winning it again. And what else? Oh, here's the... So I raised. This player re-raised. I decided to just call. Flop comes down like that. He bets super small. I raise small. Turn comes off. There's 6K left. He checks. I jam. He rolls. And, of course, he 2-outed me with the queen on the flop. Wouldn't have mattered if I had 4-bet pre-flop. I really don't think he's folding queens, but there you go. So that's where we're at. Fang taking a long time. Oops. Didn't mean to make that smaller. This one's still really early. Noticing a lot of players aren't opening enough. Like there's a lot of limping and small raises. Sitting at $25.60 right now, so even though I got $75 in buy-ins, I'm only down like $40 because of cash games. I was dead even, and then took a couple little losses just before the stream started. So I make a real open. This player re-raises. Do we want to just race? I'm not sure. It's a lot of blinds to race. I think we'll just call. Check. Don't think I can get in that one yet. No. I mean, occasionally it's not good for me here, but I'm going to go ahead and just fold it. It's just so many blinds pre-flop. Go ahead and check the queens. I mean, it would have been, you know, on a race, it would have been 15,000. So you're talking, what is that, 230 blinds, something like that? No, more than that. Times 200 is 2,000, 12,000. So it would have been about 250 blinds. I mean, that's not unreasonable, but if we get it in, got to imagine the best case scenario is that he has queens. I wasn't even suited, so if I think if I was suited in spades or clubs, I would have, or any suit, obviously. I think I would have 4-bet for about a third of his chips and then just called off. He is on the buttons, so he could have had anything. But I don't know if pocket tens is taking that. It's not so much that he 3-bet, it's the fact that if I 4-bet and we get it in, how well off am I? And he can just be a Sunday maniac. It is the rebuy period. So who knows? I like calling some of these sometimes. I find Feng to open bigger when he's got shit hands. And smaller when he's got really good ones. So we're going to check. And yeah, we're going to bet and call. Check. He checks back. I'm basically just betting to make him think about it with a jack. Of course he rivers the jack. So fucking predictable. I mean, I don't know. If I bet bigger, I don't know if he folds. The guy's just kind of sticky and stationary. He really shouldn't be calling there. Like, unless you have exactly King Jack, like, what hands do you ever think I have? Like, I guess I should have bet bigger. But it's not a great call. But that's that thing where I say that, like, when people improve on the river, they can't fold. Oh, where'd you get that?
Ah. The lift thing from a while ago.
Oh, that's funny. Nice, thanks, baby. I started drinking these mineral waters, and they have really hard to open caps. Like, they're not twist off, but they're even brutal. Courtney found my old lift church key. Like, these raises aren't enough. We're all deep stacked. It's just not enough. Full pot. That's just dumb. This can be just an ice on me. Yeah, I don't know if you can ever bluff a third time here. Right? Ain't calling you with nothing, man. Yeah. So, I'd 3-bet this a lot, but this player is very much so a spot. So, this is one of those ones where we can just call in position 4 times and get doubled up. Like, you know, Feng being in here is kind of one thing, but I don't think we see this player back off if he decides to start bluffing. He can be delayed c-betting an ace-king, but I don't know him really to do that. But he can have anything. So he can have a 9. He can have aces. He can have pocket 8s. He can have pretty much everything. And I'm pretty much just one pair here. Unless I'm trapping the 9. So. The jack's not great. So I don't think I'm going to be raising the river. But I am going to go for some thin value. A little under half pot. Yeah. Player does some interesting things. Also been doing pretty well on a limping strategy lately. I kind of expanded it, mostly for use on the weekends versus, you know, the more recreational players who aren't there 30 hours a week, you know. That's pretty good. I'm going to go big. If somebody has a 10, they're not going to fold. If somebody has a flush draw, I don't think they're going to fold. I guess we just do this to try to look weak. He can definitely have a 6. He can have pocket 4s. He should just have like Jack 10, though, a ton, and think that's a chop. Hey, look, Jack 10. Shocking. It's that thing. I started betting when he improved. He improved to the Jack. I started betting, and he can't really keep his brain from thinking he's beat. The King on the River is actually good because it makes it look more like I'm bluffing because the King's out there, because it should scare me if I have a Jack, but also it makes a chop. So this is funny. I really like 10-9 too. I think if there's 2 calls, I think I'll call. But without that, I'm just going to check fold. I'm just going to fold. I'm going to fold. Lots of aces. This is a little iffy because these are big stacks, but I'm kind of leveraging my stack on the open. So I don't think we see a lot of calls. I think we see jams or folds. That ace is bad. I mean, fuck it. Who cares? I'm probably best, but who gives a shit? Sitting 36 out of 54 in this one. I think 24 get paid. Yeah, 24. If it got one more person, 36 would have gotten paid. Eh. This is awkward. From what I know of these players, I do like the call. It was a great flop till they were all green. Fold here. So frame raises. Let's 3-bet that. I think we can bet half pot on this turn. Could be dead a lot of ways there. Nice. Yeah, we got another double. I've already doubled up one. Ooh, that's a good turn card. I think there's another one I can get on the table for. That's interesting. So, of course, full houses are very possible. Flush draws are possible. I don't know if you bet twice here without a fucking 5. All right, double through. I doubled up on this table earlier. Wow, that's a great flop. And it is the rebuy period, and the blinds are low enough. We're just going to try to work the money in here. I mean, I have all of it here, so we're kind of looking for somebody to get out of line. Like, I guess there can be better flush draws, but we're not folding, ever. If somebody check raises, we're just going to pound it. Starting stack is 15K, so it's whatever. I still don't think it's worth checking there. Look at this shit. Like, I don't think checking there does me any good. Because, you know, at that, I'm more likely to get called before the overcards hit. Which is funny. So we're at half the average here. Kind of looking for spots. Royal draw. That's a little small. I probably should have bet a little bit bigger. Hey, take it down. Aces. Let's do it. Wow. I mean, I guess we just call, right? I mean, we can definitely get it in here. That was easy. Hold. Nice. No reason to rejam pre. I love that he did that. I was expecting him to do that with queens or kings or whatever. But it just goes to show you how aggressive some people are. I mean, I know him to be super aggressive, but it's just kind of... It's always surprising. And things just work out perfectly. Hey, we're ahead money. We've paid for all our buy-ins, and we're up a good chunk. I'm at 26.33. Of course, nothing's over until the money's off the table. Courtney needs to clean her fucking pipes. Jesus Christ. Bet half pot. Hey, hundo. Sure. 10's not bad. Still a little congested. Pretty much over the COVID. I got my sense of taste and smell back. This is kind of rough. I'm going to check it. I was going to bet it, but I don't know what that serves. Because we're not going to get a fold, right, out of anything that beats us. There's quite a few hands that have a ton of equity that will bluff if they miss the river. The jack on the river is probably the worst fucking card there is. Because now we fucking chop. That's awesome. This fucking guy's opening king fucking 8. Guess I should have squeezed it. Oh, thank you. I don't like the limper out of first. It is Sunday. You see a lot of that bullshit. Can't really call with the deuces. In the cash average is about 30,000. So we have some work to do. One double I'm confident I can cash. But right at this point having fucking 13 blinds is not fun. Blinds go up but only to 600 in about 7 minutes, so looking to make something happen. I'll just fold that one. Doubled. Got the club draw. I'm going to go ahead and bet it like I'm protecting. He calls. Queen comes off. Never great for me. I'm going to check. Deuce on the river. I guess he can have worse flush draws. He can also have like king queen. He can have a set of jacks that he was playing slow. But I got to see the river. Oh wow, there's a lot of 9 max 50 NL going on, so and check the ace back. He can definitely have some 9s, but he's not going to fold that on the flop anyway. He can definitely have better aces. In that case, we do protect ourselves. I'm going to bet half pot, see if I can get called by a 5 or like pocket 7s or something. Ace 7? That's funny. Where's your confidence, bro? If you're going to defend with that, you shouldn't be thinking about that call in the river. Yeah, I'm still a little chest congested. This table's been really bad. I might want to get off this. Yeah, it's the least action fucking table there is. Yeah, I might want to get off this one. This is the worst fucking table. All the other tables have an average pot of like $9 to $13. This one has fucking the lowest one. It's $4.70. And we're getting out more hands than anybody else. I mean, it's just ridiculous. People are just doing dumb shit. Alright, we're looking for jam spots now on this one. I mean, Cat and X fucking raises anything from the cutoff. We've seen that he's raising king 8 offsuit, and all these fucking people calling. It's like, of course, there's a king on this flop, right? Feng does do things like bet when he has blockers. So like hands like 8-9, he'll lead out or call the flop, lead the turn. I think we just check. Expect to see a bet here every time. This call is kind of annoying. There's a lot of Jack 9, Queen 9, Queen 10. Ooh, that spade's nice. We see another bet. I think we have to think for a minute and then hope to spike. You can definitely have king something that, yeah, we beat. But, of course, now it chops. And he's just so fucking silly. Like, if I make any aggression towards that pot, all he's doing is risking. I'm gonna check this one. I should be good a lot, so I can pick off bluffs. He can have a lot of ace highs. King deuce. That's funny. Can't get that in the cutoff. Not bad. I was going to say we get 3-bet a lot by Feng, but well, I guess we just take our equity. That's rough. Wow, he was trapping. He just called pre-flop, and then he lost money on that board. He could have just checked down. I understand he's going to call him at the turn when I bet, but betting that yourself is fucking... That's dumb. Because you're going to talk yourself into calls. If that heart doesn't come on the river, he's going to talk himself right into a call. What the fuck was that? I think we try for a stop and go here. Not on that flop. You win. Kings. That's rough. I think I have to give it up. With Feng behind, I have to give it up. Playing loose, but whatever. This player's all in. We're going to go over the top, of course. Hold. Hold. Nice. Love seeing that 3 on the turn. This is kind of meh, but we're going to let it go. Alright, back up to 8,300. Not bad. Sitting at 2634. I need some crackers with this. Problem is, one day, one time, he's going to have all the Broadway hands that are going to check raise here. Queen Jack, Jack 10, King 10. Yeah, there it is. There's the check raise. Yeah. Small one at that. He might have flopped the fucking jiznoint. Come on, let me on these other tables. I'm first in line. Let's go. Oh, we got him. Come on, Fang. I'm going to re-raise. We're super deep. My bet kind of looks weird, though. I mean, does he ever fold queens, or... I had to say queens, didn't I? It's kind of rough no matter what he does. I guess we bet small. Maybe he was thinking about it. Maybe he was thinking about it with Ace-King. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he folded kings or... I mean, I think you have to even take one off with jacks, so I really don't know what he has there. Unless he can have, like, Ace-Queen or King-Queen, you can actually fold that. It's actually easier to call with jacks than it is the Ace-Queen, because, first of all, your jacks can improve, and second of all, it makes it more likely that your opponent has a hand like Ace-Queen that you can bluff him off of. Damn, the Ace-10 fucking wins over here. Jesus. It's kind of a collision, but this person's... That was way too loose. Like, he just ripped it, right? Pre-flop. Yeah, so... This guy makes it a min-raise. This guy min-re-raises and overcalls this off. That's how bad this fucking idiot is. I'm gonna let this Ace-10 go. That is some of the worst fucking shit. Like, I could see, like, after the min-raise in first, you just jam. But that's fucking pathetic. He's Queen versus Deuce Tray. Deuce Tray was in. Oh, there's a table. Oh, I gotta wait 10 minutes on this one. Oh, there's another I gotta wait 16 minutes. Damn, I doubled up on these way too quick. Alright, so 4 o'clock we can start getting on more tables. So we gotta wait for the break. There's 6 max 50s, but these are so good. I don't think they're necessary. Wow. Alright, let's flop around, give a little action. Drawing to the 4th nut flush. Yeah, with a call behind, I can't continue. Look at this. Now we have the 3rd nut flush. I mean, I don't think Jack 10 with Jack Diamonds ever folds. Yeah, that's kind of super sus. So we can do another stop and go here if we get a good spot. How far are we? We are 14 off the cash. Yeah, I think we have to call this one. Damn it. All I need is like 7, 9, 3. And I could jam on this flop. Ugh, it hurts so bad. I mean, I'm not going to cash at this point. I pretty much need 10K. So, preserving my chips is important, but if we have good opportunities, we got to take them. This is kind of rough because the big blind is shorter than me. He's been sat out for a while. Yeah, that's the problem. Because when somebody raises here, I can't rejam because this player's going to call off too light. Like, if this guy had raised... Yeah, see? Yeah, this is no good. Sucks. I feel like the Queen Jack's pretty good there. Yeah, see, he's going to call everything. We get called here. Ace-7, Queen-8. Love how that Queen-8 opened up. I mean, was there any doubt you were going to do anything other than call after that long fucking nonsense? Queen 10, Ace King, huh? Ace King holds. Okay, so 36 left, it looks like. 36 or 37. Yeah, 36, and 24 get paid. Good time for aces. Come on, Mr. Muck. Good thing is I just got to this table. People do dumb shit, and me min raising should get me attacked. Hold! That's about the best fucking flop we could ask for. Nice. And just like that, I'm in 25th place, and I'd say I'm a fair lock to cash. I'm going to put this over here so you guys can see it. So that's this one on the right. So you can see the bubble progress. Yeah, player's too short. Big blind's too short. He's going to jam too often. Should we be slow playing? I don't think we need to. I think with my double there, I think it's perfectly timed. I think I'm okay. Yeah, because this is going to happen every time.
I just smoked so many different things.
Mm.
Some of them may have been the same things. But, yep. Juju, take your flaking ass. Good God.
He needs a pill. Oh, we're going on break. Queen 5, no good. You see, I want to sit through the break. Down to 35. Approaching the soft bubble. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. 34 left in that one. Alright, let's see if we can get on some more of these tables. Nope, gotta wait 5 minutes on that one. That's Batura. Badlands. Yeah, we can get on that one. Nice. Still want to replace this one. This is just a shit table. Although new players here. Not new, but players I don't know. Sitting at 2640. So I guess if you add the buy-ins back, that's 2715. So up about in the cash games about 110 so far. Not bad. Sure. Check.
Jesus,
I got some phlegm. Let's see here. Let's move this down. So we can see. Oh, let's put this actually. So there's who gets paid. When that guy goes out, that's it. So right here. And I just went down, and that's me. But I feel okay about it. I mean, the stacks ahead of me aren't that, they're not that far out. This is kind of weird. Do think we are going to raise, especially when that happens. Just call this one. Don't know this player very well. Limp calls 2K. I think we'll just give that up. That's fine. If I had 3-bet it, we could have done something more, but... Well, there's the ace. So, we're going to bet. He can have a lot of draws, so I don't think we fold if he jams. He can have some pocket fours, things like that, but I don't think he ever has ace-queen. 10 on the turn's pretty good. If he gut-shotted me, that's too bad, or if he has a set, it's too bad. But I'm just going to keep bluffing, or looking like I'm bluffing by betting. So, especially when he has an ace here, it's fine. Ace-queen, nice limp. Haha! Suck out. Thank you. Great trap, bro. I obviously have a hand I'm not folding, so way to go. Limps the ace-queen. Decides to play it like that. You deserve that beat. Sorry, sir. And it's not like he wouldn't have... He might have gotten my stack anyway in on the turn, but with no open, that's kind of super sus fish bullshit. Well, that's a nice little boost. We're in 11th place now, courtesy of the running full house. And now he's opening 5x. He's one of those guys who gets like a stack and just can't fade it. Wow, this dude just doubled up 2 of the smaller stacks. That sucks. Let's open. Open this pre. Fang called. Yeah, we just take it down. That's fine. currently sitting in 25th, but the stacks are pretty close. Like, I don't think anybody has 20,000 until 13th place, so yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I think we can definitely sneak our way in. Blinds go up in about a minute and a half, but we'll still have like 11. Oof. Yeah, got your chips back. Hey, throw things at me. This guy has been running so good, it's disgusting. And he doesn't fold to any bluffs. He's calling everything, so... I'll check. I'm not even confident here. Yep, set of sixes. Like, this is the way he's been making his money the whole time. It's just like, I've just been seeing this guy run so good.
Tuesday night, I'm gonna go spend the night at Macy's.
What's that?
Tuesday night, I'm going to spend the night at Macy's.
Okay.
And I'll probably be there most of the day on Wednesday. I'm gonna go late on Tuesday.
Right.
He's off on Wednesday.
Well, I'm going to check this one and hopefully he'll bluff. He didn't bluff! Ugh. I really thought he'd go for it. But I didn't realize he was on a flush draw. If I thought he was on a flush draw, I would have bet super big. Can we get on this one? Yes, we can. Very nice. Because I'm going to ditch this fucking table. Been on this thing for 170 hands. I can't fucking get anywhere. And it's just shit. Everybody left it anyway. There we go. Gut shot backdoor flush. This player is interesting. I do think we want to bet sometimes, but I'm going to check this one. Just because when he takes that long, he's supposed to be on a draw. So I guess we'll just check again and fuck it. He shouldn't really have anything. He might call me with ace high, but I kind of doubt it. Yeah. I don't know what, maybe he had queen 10 or something, or like 7-8, but I don't think we had to take any risk there. I don't think he's ever like heroing on the river, even with ace high. Some people just don't have that in them. Severely don't have it in them. Ace eight's nice. Should start slow playing here pretty soon. Blinds go up very slowly. They do call it a monster stack, so let's see, I'm in 26. There's 30 players left and 24 getting paid. But we are on the bubble for this one. Well, this will be good. Queens on the bubble. 30 players left. I'm currently in 26th with 11 blinds and a very aggressive player here. Hopefully we don't just get a walk, because it doesn't get much better to get the money in. I kind of would like to just see this guy straight rip. That's kind of the best case scenario.
Backdoor.
He's sitting out. I'm going to get it walked, aren't I? Oh, I guess not. All right, hold, please. Hold. Hold. This fucker still has outs, really? Thank you. Jesus Christ. That was nice. Speaking of nice. Kangs. All right, now we're doing good. Went from 27th to probably around 13th. 14th. And I'd say we can safely cash. I think we can take down some steals here from the button and cut off, so get to do a little bit of that. This is kind of a stupid call, but I don't see Cat and X limp raising unless he has a hand like Ace Queen or Ace King. I don't think he's doing it with aces because of the short stack. Make a 7. This player bets reasonably. Cat and X is still in there. Like I said, Ace King. King Queen. Ooh. So this is tricky now. Obviously, if we see a jam from Monkey, we're going to call it off because I kind of expect him to do that pretty much every time. I don't think I'm going to try to race this, but we're obviously not folding. I'm going to go ahead and raise. If one of these two jams, we are calling, especially Value Town. He kind of overvalues his hands. If it's a cooler, it's a cooler. But I think the 3x open is enough of a statement, and it's Ace King suited. I can't be making a mistake to call off. Yep. Now, if we see the overcall, that would be rough, but we obviously don't fold. Oh, don't free roll. All right, cool. I don't know what took him so long. This is kind of gross. I don't like it because the betting's been reopened, so we're going to let it go because Lunar could be jamming here. $29 players left, 5 off the cash over here. Can raise this ace. He calls. We're going to check. 1 to trap and 2 to protect. And we're going to call. We're going to check again. A lot of times he does have an ace here. But there are times he's full of shit. And that's why we're checking. Sucker. Yeah. Picked up good equity on the turn. Sitting at 26.50. Very profitable so far today. Where am I in this one? Ooh, I'm 21st. Nice. I think, yeah, the rebuy period ends in 8 minutes, so we kind of have to lay a little bit low because people are still kind of wacky, but could have raised this, but I don't know. This player's kind of weird. Check. Lots of 4s. I'm going to lead this one. Just because I don't think too many people ever lead a 4. So it looks like bullshit. Obviously a flush doesn't fold, or a flush draw doesn't fold. If I had a stronger 4, I think I could have checked, but See, yeah, this player's doing really weird stuff. I'm gonna... Like, I think the ace-jack's ahead there a lot, but I'd rather be 3-betting it, and I don't want to 3-bet ace-jack with these players behind. So, like, if we were cutoff and hijack or button and cutoff, then yeah. But me and the low jack and him opening, basically, essentially in second position. I mean, it's a pair. It's usually a pair here, like nines or something. Could be jacks, but it's less likely when I have a jack. Okay. Not my flop. Wow, my man got aggro. Let's just limp. Kind of have to do this limping strategy. I was doing it last night for the weekend just because people do weird shit. See, and then you end up in situations like this. If one of these guys calls, I'm going to call in position with the good suited connector. Feng Min opens. I am going to re-raise, try to ISO. He can definitely have aces and kings here. All right. Cat and X calls behind. We're just going to go ahead and bet. He calls. 5 on the turn is kind of interesting. He can definitely have overpairs. I'm going to check, though. He can have 8s. He can have 4s. He can have 7s. That's small. I don't think he ever has a 5 here. He can definitely have 3s and deuces, but that's kind of weird to cold call on. So I think it's more so than not jacks. I'm going to check and see if he wants to do something crazy. Yeah, he's just always going to bet when checked to. It's like a compulsion. Like, the amount of time... How do you not 4-bet me? Oh, my God. How do you not 4-bet me with ace-queen? Like, you're keeping your range wide with ace-king from the button. You're keeping your range wide? What are you doing? And then you take one shot, and then... He knows he can't bet the river. I mean, unless he have to represent exactly 10s or jacks. So a river bet might have worked there on me, but... It's definitely not the way to play it. You're better off raising the flop. Trying to figure out where I'm at. You know I have a pair. I gotta have a pair, right? Oh, I love when I see it come up down here before I even see the board. 3 of a kind 7s. That's a great flop. That's like the driest flop in poker when you have ace-king. That's what they always say, king 7 deuce. Wow. So, we're not going to be going crazy here. We're just going to let him bet and act like we're on the flush draw. Obviously, if we run into the flush, that sucks, but... Ooh, getting walks over here. 28 out of... Yeah, 28 left in that one, so 4 off the cash. I'm just going to call. Quads. He's just supposed to have ace-king so often. That 7 is so innocuous. King-jack? Wow, he really hates me. He really should not be... He should not continue betting there. Check the turn so you can check call river. It just made the pot so much bigger. For no reason. Like, what am I calling you with? This is funny. It's just that... I know it sounds weird, but the player's just running so good. I mean, he's been here for 2.5 hours, and he's got, like, 7 buy-ins on the table. It's fucking insane. Like, watch how good he runs here. $27 players left. Currently 15th. Oh, poor monkey. Yeah, he was destined to go out. I mean, he lived by the sword, died by the sword. He jammed that king jack blind versus blind on me, which is dumb. 26 left. One guy's got 2,400. And he's the guy who's next in line. Compulsive. Such a bad bet. Such a bad bet. I mean, this 2 pair versus 2 pair. Otherwise, this is fucking retarded. That's an unbelievably bad raise. If that was that. If that should only be 2 pair, and that's an unbelievably bad raise. Like, it should just never be there. If you have queen 9, you should just be raising that small, because the flush draw is going to jam on you anyway. All you do is push somebody off of a king, or a queen, rather. The flush draw was either going to call you on the flop and not raise you, or it was going to jam on you after you re-raise small. But they're never going to just fucking fold to you. And they're never going to call you. So you're going to get the money in. But if you 4x his raise, there's no fuck. He knows the queen's not good then. Then he's like, well, shit. I guess this queen 10 is garbage. Might do better just to click back. I really don't know Feng to check many of these after he raises pre-flop. So, you can have hands like 10-8, 10-9. I'm gonna check back. He can have some 7s, which sucks. But I don't think we fold to a bet here on the river. You can also have some flushes, I guess, like monsters, like ace-queen of diamonds, but I think we just check, right? Ace-queen offsuit? Like, what are you doing? God damn. King would have been bad, huh? That's funny, though. No proper raise pre-flop. Improper defense. And then he just let me have it. There's a guy with 1,500 chips here. Next closest guy is 13K. There's a few guys with 13K. Too early. Too early a position. It sucks because it's the first, like, decent hand I've had, but we're sitting here on, like, what is that, 17, 18 blinds? And Mike's just going to be jamming, re-jamming from the button so often when I'm in open. And I can't fold to him for 8K, but I definitely don't want to play for 12K pot right now. Look at this flop. I would have gotten backdoor flush draw and the open ender to the nut. How amazing is a 9 on this board? I would have folded pre-flop. Like, there's nothing going on here. Unless this guy has exactly like Queen 10, Queen 4. What did he have? I'll let that go. Could definitely do some business, but Mikey might just be running the time down, yeah. What you doing there, Muck? I'm more likely to call a 3x raise than a min raise there. This is kind of rough. This is kind of like, I was going to say, if anybody jam, I can't even call. Like, I really can't call. I mean, if it was jacks, I don't think I'm folding. But I can't race for 12K. Because we're too close. If we were past the bubble, but we're not even hand for hand, and like this guy goes all in next hand. They're waiting. They're trying to get into the cash. But I don't think it's going to happen. We're waiting on this player. Yeah, I can't call. That sucks. I really can't. I mean, I'm still sitting in 16th. It's 12 blinds now. That sucks. I mean, I'm going to go for the steal. I think I have to. Small blind's really the only one who can fuck around. If big blind jams, I think we can fold for sure. We're hand for hand. Short stack's still in, I think. There's a guy with 900 chips who's still in. And he should be all in this hand. No, next hand. I was thinking about it. He's got something like King 10 or something. Good steal. Just gonna call. Can have King Jack. He can have Ace King. Can also just be doing absolutely nothing. Never really makes his bets make sense. Just kind of has an amount that he bets, and that's that. Let's see if we can sweat the bubble. Alright, Bubble Boy's all in. Stuck on luck. Actually a good player. Me and him final table not too long ago. He's a pretty good player when he's got chips, but I've been watching him just get bled down forever. He might have gone card dead, but doesn't play the short stack very well. Gets it in a little too easy. Plays big stack real well. He's still in. He just went from 900 to 4,600. Jesus. Big blind special. That's funny. He's still got the bottom stack, but one more double and he doesn't. Yeah. That's a pretty good flop for a speculator. I mean, have fucking aces. Come on, man. He bets 450. I mean, he's got to have something good. As long as he doesn't have kings, right? Have like 6, 7. I'm just going to bet the minimum right back at him. He might have nothing. He calls. I'm going to bet super small. Try to get called by ace high. Check jam. Yeah, nothing. Sitting at 2682. Let's see. In this one, we win back all the entry fees at 86, which is 75 bucks. 7th place, we get it all back. If we only cash the one. This one. I mean, this has got to be a call. You're the big stack you're opening, and you're not going to call that off? I mean, like, that's the problem here. When you have all these shorties behind, you have to be able to call that off. I'm going to bet the 5. Wow. That's an interesting card. We're obviously not folding. I have no doubt Spin has the best hand right now. Hey, we cash. He's gonna have the 8 a ton here. He's gonna have the 8 a ton here. Yeah, he never has the 4 there alone. He's got like 7, 8 or the 4, 8. We don't call that river bet. Ooh, made the straight over here. All right, so we cashed it. Oh wow, it wasn't even. It was one of the players that I'm kind of worried about. See a check raise. This doesn't have to be a flush. So I think we check. You're a genius, bro. Alright, so far we've locked up 38.76. No real prize jumps till 8th place, so we kind of go for it. I'm going to see what happens when I limp the big stack. You do have removal in equities. Nice. Let's see here. Properties. Fold. How do I do this? I guess guess that's just too small. Alright, we'll get there. Alright, hang on, I'll get there. Oh, damn it, I misclicked that. I didn't want to play it. Oh, we got the king in a limped pot. That's interesting. Top set over here. I'm not going to go apeshit. Bet over here. I think we keep betting. I mean, if he flopped a flush, it's whatever. He could have turned king-queen for sure. It's kind of rough if he raises, but there are some hands that will do this. So we're going to check, and if he jams river, we're probably going to call. Oh, he didn't go for it. Why are you check raising 3-5? You're hilarious. We have 12 blinds. Short stack in the big blind. Ace king. So he had the gut shot and the heart draw. Good check. Nice turn bet. I'm going to raise him up pretty good size. We're just trying to get him to jam. I don't think we're folding to anybody. It's just kind of whatever. He calls. We're going to check. We're never folding. I don't care if he jams. There's too many bluffs. We're just going to call. And we're not folding. Because he's very aggressive. He's going to go for it anyway. And he just makes the fucking nuts. That's awesome. Defends with 10-5, by the way. Where was the money ever not going in after I hit the queen? No. But it's just hilarious. He should have just ripped that flop. I probably still have to call. Oh, I know how I can do this. So we'll do that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's kind of whatever. I mean, I could have just open ripped it, but that's not what we're trying to do. don't think we're folding here. Hopefully somebody just rips it. But yeah, we're not folding now. 19 players left. There is a pay jump in one player, but it's only about 60 cents. So, call. Come on, King. Hold. Hold. Bang. Back up to 17. It's a nice double. Folding here. And this one, we're 39th out of 108. I think top 40 something get paid. Top 30. And it did not hit the guarantee. It only got 156 players. It needed 200 for the guarantee before rake. So it probably needed like 225. So... I mean, it's a re-entry. Oh, wait a minute. It got 18 rebuys, so it got 174 entries, but still, it came up about 50 shy. Oh. I really was expecting a 10. Look at that. This guy having chips isn't great, but we can definitely get through. We can definitely get ammo from him. This is kind of rough. Once he raises, we're going to fold. 16 players left. And I'm currently in last place, but it's close. The guy in ninth has 40K. That's kind of a significant raise. I'm going to call and see what happens. Check. I don't think I can call a bet here. Not after this long. Short stack. It's just silly. Fold. I mean, how do you limp on 10 blinds out of first and fold here? What hand do you want to limp and fold? That's one. I can't believe he called it and hit. Get a 10. Don't reward this idiot. That is some ridiculous shit. You couldn't have won with aces there. Limp call off with 4-4. Ultra fish. Nope. Calls. We're gonna probably barrel this one. Five's kind of bad though. A lot of hands. 4-5, 3-5, ace-4, obviously. Might get it in here. Fold. See a call. King on the river is kind of okay, and he leads out. Nice ace-4. Schmuck. It's never even a king. He's waiting for me to hit something. I'm calling here. I expect muck to... Yeah, well, the money's going in, bro. Come on. Ace king or king jack. Hold. Oof. 30K. Like, why raise me at all? Like, if I call there, are you really great about it when you check and I jam? Hey, thanks to boss. And we're looking good now. Looking pretty good here. Sitting in 14th now. Another stack went out, so we're 14th out of 15, but we are all very close up till final table. Sure. It's a good flop. It's not a bad turn. He doesn't have anything to call me with. Really? You have pocket fives or 9-10? 10-10. What a loser. So we see a min open here and a re-raise small there. I don't think we can fold, because we could have hit that. He checks the turn. He could have gotten it all there. Like, when the players are so fucking compulsive, he could have absolutely gotten it all. Calling. He can definitely have ace king. And we're gonna bet on the river. Sometimes we run into like jacks here, but it should be pretty scary. We might get called by ace king. Why do I feel like I got rivered with a deuce? Check. Ace on the turn's pretty nice. Still going to check through on this one, because there's a lot of king 10, jack 10, jack 9. And what good are we doing by betting? Bet half pot here. Sometimes we get called by like king queen. Still sitting at 26.55, so doing pretty good. And that's before we get paid out for this one. It's pretty short. The big stack has 84K, but other than that, nobody's got fucking 20 blinds, really. You gotta be like 7th place to have 20 blinds. Well, that money goes in. Come on. King, Queen, 10. King, Queen, 10. Yeah. Alright, well, no cash on that one. So we'll update that. I'm not going to 3-bet this one. Believe it or not, there's actually merit to calling here, like it's a trap. I'm just going to call Cat and X. Ace is a bad card. Look at this deuce. I'm going to bet minimum. I'm going to call here. And I'm going to check this one. He has King, Queen a lot, but sometimes he just has flush draws. Ace, King, and he checked. That's hilarious. This is kind of meh. I should have 3-bet this probably. I think we call. And we check. He may go for it. He doesn't often. Was I really beat? Like, did he have like Ace, Jack or something? Jack, Jack. Wow. That's why he checked the river. Funny. But you never bet enough to push me off, man. Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot with this trend where players like bet a small amount on the flop and a small amount on the turn so that they can bomb river with their sets and like hands they should be protecting, but with no protection, it's like people just get there on you. Well, thank you. Me and Cat and X. It's just always the same betting pattern. It's just so easy to defeat. I gotta start 3-betting him more. Ooh. Queens with 9.5 blinds. Well, almost 10. So this is the guy who limped the 4s. I mean, this can be a trap sometimes, but I think we just take our time and jam. I mean, what else can we do? 14th out of 15. Mr. Muck may have a pair. I was thinking 8s. I swear to God I was. Hold. Hold. Really? Really? God, fucking 7. He has 6 outs. God, that sucked. For 57K. Jesus. It's so bad. I'm going to bet this one. Feng 3-bet it, but then he checked, so that sucks. So we got 15th for $40.67, $20 entry, so not bad. Take this one down. Let's see here. Alright. Well, that's how the day shaped up. How much more? Let's see. Where am I at? Let's play for a little while. There are other 50 NLs. We'll get on the waiting list. I think these games are all good enough. We can just play them straight. So not bad. Cashed for 40 and had, what is that, 35, 55, 75 in tournament entries. But we've been doing well in the cash. We're at 27.17 right now, so just on the day, up a little over 110. And then if you add back in the tournament, we've picked up 3 buy-ins playing cash. Pretty good. Yeah, it felt like 8-8, right, Mozzie? No, it totally felt like 8-8. Like, the only thing that calls and then calls off the jam is a pair. And, like, people don't 3-bet pocket 8s there. So, yeah, we're going to play some more cash for a while here, though. I have a daily goal I'd like to hit. I try not to think about goals in monetary value, but sometimes you gotta. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Got really unlucky in that tournament like 3 times. Got aces cracked. Got away from it pretty good, though. Guy actually showed his hand on the end. Got aces cracked. Got flop 2 pair. And a guy turned a straight. Luckily, I was able to see that one. So, I got to see the showdown there, too. So, it's kind of interesting to bet the full pot. Right? It's just a pair, right? Probably should have bet the river there. I've been noticing these ultra thin value spots that I've been missing. It's because they're ultra thin, but there's no reason to not bet there because there's way more draws here. There's way more draws here than hands on this turn. So when we bet the river, he could think we have busted flush draw, busted spade draw, busted straight draw. Like, so we can actually bet like 2/3 pots, so we can get like You know, 5, 6 blinds. Doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. I'm just going to go ahead and bet right at this. Ooh, flop the straight draw. Yeah, I think once we get past pass on me over here. Oh, there's the straight. I'm going to bet maybe somebody's trapping an ace. I mean, we got to put money in the pot. Yeah, it's never bad, just 2x your buy-in. Player's fairly tight, but I do think we can 3-bet. We are short-handed. Trying to get on these other tables. Nice. Yeah, I think people are going to start going to dinner. So we should be able to get 2 more tables. I'm just going to play all 50s. I don't really want to groove with anything else. When there's good 50-Ls, and I'm at the point where I can play this many, I would say. It's just limp here. This player is very short, posting in. We're calling for this. If this player jams, it sucks because it reopens the betting, but we're calling to bust him when we hit a 4. I mean, the problem is that we can be equally as beat as we can be good. This table's so tight. Ba, 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 ba. Like I said, man, this limping thing is going pretty good. Player tendencies change over time, so you kind of got to be aware. Like, being just the aggro all the time doesn't really work some days. That being said, we're going to raise this one and this one. See a call. Fang folds, which kind of is what counts. I'm going to check. He's going to have a ton of aces. Nutshell doesn't have enough money to go for this. Wow, this board's getting worse and worse. Just going to keep checking and hope he has jacks, right? I mean, do we block or bet? I think we just check. I might win here. Sometimes he has like 9s or jacks or something. What'd you have? Pocket 9s, yeah. He was happy to see a showdown. Can I call the river? Probably. I mean, it depends on how much he bets. If he, like, massively overbets it, it's like, no. Probably win this one if nobody bets. I don't really think I want a hero call for a small pot, but let's play against Spin. He tends to play more solid, so these hands get paid off when we make like 2 pair plus. Two pair plus. So we want to see a big bet from Spin. I'm going to go ahead and raise right off the bat. Nobody should really have me beat. Like pocket 7s is a thing, 5-6 is a thing, but I think when we see this jam, I was going to say this is a lot of flush draws. I don't think we fold. I think we just get it in. Yeah, he flopped it. 4-3. Damn it. Nice play by him to just raise it right away. Aces over here. That sucks. I mean, it's 5-6 or a flush draw, so what are you going to do? That really sucks. We definitely can't get away from it on the fucking short stack. Like, he's got... We've already made it 8. He goes for 32. I mean, how do I fold here? When he could just have, like, the suited 5 of hearts. Yeah, I'm not supposed to fold that one. Plus, we had outs. It's not a big deal. We lost... What did we lose on that one? 40? Was it even 40? What did he have? Yeah, 40 bucks. Yeah. It happens. Is this table dying? Seriously? Wow. Oh, I guess he was short. Although I don't know why you ever 3-bet a short stack, like... Yeah, this table's done. Are you seriously betting here? Yeah, I guess we just give that one up. Should be able to get on this other table. I need to eat, though. Yeah, I'm starting to lose focus. I need food. I think I'm going to go ahead and kill it. And we'll find out where we are. Come on, lobby. Sitting at $26.99. So what is that? That's like $93 profit. Not bad. If you add back in the $35 swing, so 93, 98, 128. Picked up 128 in cash, and only lost 35 in the tournaments because of that one cash. So a little bit luckier there. We'd be on the final table right now. Well, just not unlucky to get 12% on the river. But yeah, losing 80-20 for the final table sucks. But yeah, not bad. I'm playing good. I'm just kind of hungry, and I'll probably be back later to put in another session, and if I do, I'll stream it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later. I'm going to send you off to a host. Have a great night. It was a lot of fun. Profitable.